Hi, I'm Jeff Ludy. Thanks for watching this video. Today, let's talk about, can windows pay for themselves? So let's talk about what it costs to buy a window. According to bobvilla.com, window purchases can be anywhere from about $350 for a very low-end window all the way to maybe $1,250. So it's going to depend on how many windows you have, but here's what we do know. A typical average job that we see down in Houston, Texas for a good vinyl window, small projects, big projects, if you just take them all and average them, we're looking at somewhere around $20,000 to replace windows in a home. Typical home apparently has somewhere close to 15 to 20, 25 windows. So I don't know if that's you or if that's not you. Another thing that we read too, according to move.org, is that a homeowner in the United States today, on average, this is across the entire United States, spends $4,400 a year, or right around $350 a month for their overall utilities in their home. Now, if you spend $20,000 on windows and it costs you $4,400 a year for your light and water and heating and cooling, we don't know exactly how much of that is heating or cooling, how much of that is exactly water, things like that. It doesn't break that out. But let's take an easy number. Let's assume instead of $350 a month, that was $300 a month for your heating and cooling. I know in Texas, in the summer, when it's 110 degrees in Houston, our light bills are $600, $700, $800, $900. I mean, they can be over $1,000 from what people are telling me in this area. But let's just use an easy number, looking at the whole year around, of $300. So how much money would you have to save if that were the case? Well, there's another thing that you need to take into mind. When you buy windows for $20,000, as an example, and this is just a number, okay? It's just for the math. If you buy windows for $20,000, those windows, when you sell your house, they don't go away. They also improve the value of your house. You're going to get some resale value on that as well. So think about what Remodeling magazine said. And by the way, we have links below for all of these stats that we're giving you. Remodeling magazine in 2022 came out with a study, said that when you buy new windows on your home, you go to sell your home at the point of sale, the average in the United States right now is 67.5% return on that investment on the price of your house. So in other words, on a $20,000, right? What would that be? 14,000 and change dollars? I'm not real good with the math. 13,500? Yeah, 13,500 of that money you already got back. So really, we don't need to save $20,000 on buying windows. We need to try to figure out, how do we find $13,500? Because we know we're going to get a better resale on our windows when it comes time to sell our home. So let's turn the page if you don't mind. Let's take that scenario and let me start from the beginning again with you, giving you some exact stats here. So if you have $20,000 and you're needing to recover, what did we say? How much did we say? You're at $13,500, so you need to get $6,500. All right? How much money do you need to save per month for having windows? Well, if the average utility bill in our scenario was $300, here's what we do know. According to window manufacturers, you can save around 30% on average going from a single pane, drafty old window, right, which most people have if they haven't replaced their windows, to a nice Energy Star rated double pane window. So 30%. For the simplicity of my math, I'm going to say 33% just because it makes it easier for me to do the math. That means that you'd be saving $100 a month off of your light bill, because your light bill was $300 a month, and if you saved a third of that, you're saving $100 a month. So then how many months would it take? It would take 65 months, right? Because 65 times $100 a month would equal $6,500. Now that's on an average. If you had a $10,000 job, it would take half as many months. If you had a $40,000 job, it would take twice as many months. And of course, maybe your light bill would be higher if you had a house with a lot more windows. Maybe your light bill would have been lower to begin with if you had a house with smaller windows, but we're just using the principle, the idea behind this. So you say, Jeff, are you telling me that windows can pay for themselves? Here's what I'm telling you from my experience. And I know this because we own a company here in Houston called Houston Window Experts, where I'm standing in our showroom now. We have over a dozen brands of beautiful windows and doors to choose from. And so we see a lot of different pricing points. I mean, all the way from vinyl windows, which are your best value overall for the bang for the buck, to really high expensive, beautiful sliding doors, things like that. We found that most people buy windows for more than just saving money. Now, if it was just An economic decision, what we've learned from talking to our clients is you need somewhere around 5 to 7 years, which would be, 60 months is 5 years, right? It's kind of like a car note. 60 months should get you back to where you want to be if you sold your house in 60 months in 5 years, and you're going to get resale value on your house at 67.5%, according to Remodeling Magazine, on those new windows. If that's the case, 5 years is pretty consistent. I would say 5 to 7 years, maybe as much as 10 years. If you're thinking to yourself, that's the reason I'm buying windows, then maybe that's not enough reason, right? There's a lot of reasons to buy windows, a lot of reasons that have nothing to do with just recovering your money, but it's good to know that you can. So what are the reasons people buy windows other than to save money? Well, when you have a good insulated double pane window, you do less housekeeping. Why? Because you don't get all the dust blowing in, you don't get the dirt coming through. Mama likes that, the maid likes that, because there's less cleaning to do. Also, what I like is, and we didn't take this into account financially, if you have energy savings, that means that your AC is not running as much, right? Your light bill went down because the AC is not running as often. If the AC is not running as much, guess what? Your AC is going to last longer. If your AC was going to last 15 years before you had good windows, it might last 20 years now that you have good windows. See, so there's some economic benefit there. What about this benefit? Windows, good double pane windows, are going to reduce the sound by about 25 to 30% or more depending on the window. If you can sleep better at night, you're less grumpy, and everybody likes you when you're less grumpy. You go to work, you perform better, you get a bonus, you get a raise, you cover up the rest of that money you're missing for your windows. Maybe you can pay for your windows in 3 years because you're not a grumpy son of a gun, right? I don't know. But there's a lot of reasons. There's security involved, there's safety because of new windows. There's sound reduction, there's less air and dust infiltration, the ultraviolet light is protected. The windows we're selling, they block 99% of the ultraviolet light coming into your house. Think about how your rugs and your carpet and your furniture and your paint and all these things on your floor and your walls and your house, they last longer, they live longer, they look better. Lots of great reasons. Another great reason to buy new windows is because it will improve the facelift, the look, and the value of your home. Those are all great reasons to consider buying windows. Windows can be difficult and confusing. We're here, we exist because at Houston Window Experts, and Jeff Ludy personally, I believe that window buying should be easy, it should be painless, and it might as well be fun. Buying new windows is a lot of fun. So we'd encourage you to check out more, subscribe, like this video, share it with your friends, and if I can help you with your project, feel free to reach out to me. Oh, by the way, if you're looking for a great window company near you, check out jeffslist.com. I have a list there of many wonderful window companies all over the country. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. I'll talk to you again real soon.